My fellow athlete, welcome to your 10 minutes of technique and power on this shadow box session. Let's jump straight into this. I'll guide you through it. So what we're going to focus on is our 6 punches. So we have the jab, the cross, the 1 and the 2s. We have the 3s and the 4s, the hooks, and then the uppercuts. So how do we get better at power? Well, we get the correct technique down first. Okay. So what I want you to practice is shifting the weight, because with the footwork is where the foundation of boxing really starts. Okay. And if we can shift the weight properly, then we can add a lot more power to the punch. So we're going to run through each punch, and I'm going to show you how to shift your weight, and hopefully that will help you master the punch and add a little bit more power when you're shadow boxing next or when you're punching the bag. So let's start off with the jab. What I want you to think of is shifting your weight backwards and then throwing the punch. Okay. So let's think about shifting the weight now to the front foot and then shifting the weight to the back foot. Some of the weight is going to be on your front foot and then again. So what we're going to do through the 6 punches is we'll shift the weight to the opposite side and then we'll throw the punch. Okay, let's try this at first. Okay, find your stance, elbows tight, hands up. So let's shift the weight to the front foot and then we're going to flick it to the back foot and then drop that back shoulder and then jab. Okay, it should immediately flow from the hips, and then from there let's turn again and then weight to the back foot and then jab, and immediately you should have a nice straight jab. Okay, your shoulder is protecting your chin and your arm is nice and straight and your wrist is straight, and we punch it with these 2 knuckles. Let's try that again. Shift the weight to the front foot. You have to turn with your feet, and then from there let's just go straight to the back foot. Okay, that's it. And again, shift the weight to the front foot. So we're going the opposite way, and then again jab. Okay, let's try this with the cross now. That's the number 2. Okay, so from here let's shift the weight to the back foot. Okay, so shift the weight to the back foot and then punch it, and immediately you should see the weight shift to the other foot, and then you'll see my hips turn and my foot turns, and then I'll throw a nice cross. Okay, this other hand stays up for defense. If it drops down and we're working on the technique power, that's fine. Just remember, always defense is super important. So let's shift the weight to the back foot. The punch is coming from the rear, from the back, and then we go again. Okay, so shift the weight to the back, punch from the back and go forward. That's it. Good. Shift the weight and then again. Okay, so let's try that again with number 1 with the jab. Shift the weight to the front foot and then pivot back. Good. You'll immediately see it's like I'm trying to pull a bow and arrow, and then again if I release the shot, that's where I'm there with a 2. Okay, so shift the weight to the front foot, back, jab, and again shift the weight to the front foot, back, and then jab. Okay, now let's shift the weight to the back foot and then with a cross. That's the 1 and the 2. Shift the weight to the front foot, jab, my weight's on the back foot, 2. Okay, so immediately you should be feeling your hips turn and the weight shifting from foot to foot. Now the same, so we did number 1, and the next odd number is a number 3, and that's our hook. So again, let's shift the weight to the front foot. Think about dropping the opposite shoulder, and then as we pull back, again, that's the number 3, right? Okay, so think about shifting the weight. Think about a spring. Think about a swivel that you're turning. That's what you're doing with your body. I'm turning the spring, and then if I let go, again, I'm just releasing that energy, releasing that spring, and then there comes my hook. Okay, as you hook, elbow nice and high, still focusing on technique. I like to punch with my thumb towards the ceiling. You can hook this way too. I just don't like it, but you want to make contact with these 2 knuckles. Okay, the reasons I don't like it are many, but that's another day. Okay, so from there, drop the front shoulder, shift the weight to the front foot, and then again, bang. If the punch comes from the front or from the front foot or is at the front, then from there we're going to shift the weight to the front and then again. Okay, if the punch comes from the backhand, the rear hand, we're going to shift the weight to the back first and then 4. Okay, so let's try that again for the 3. Forward with the weight, swivel, 3. back with a weight, and 4. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay, now again with the 5. So that's gonna be the front hand. That's gonna be the uppercut. Let's drop the shoulder, shift the weight up, and then again, that's it. You'll see we just pull back and we drive it nice and high. Again, shift the weight to the back foot and up. Good, and immediately should feel a lot more power in there. Okay, you'll have to keep stiff, well, you have to keep relaxed, but when we punch, then you go stiff. Okay, so from here, let's do that 5 again. Drop the front shoulder and then up. Good, just swivel to the opposite side. Immediately the weight goes to the back foot. Okay, let's give that a try. If you need to pause the video and just get a feel for it, please do so. And then again, let's go back and 6. Again, shift the weight back and then 6. I hope this makes sense from a footwork and shifting the weight point of view now. Let's try it from the top. Let's go. Light on the feet. That's what they always say. You got to stay light on your feet. And we're working through a pendulum stance, bouncing back and forward. Let's try that 1. Shift the weight to the front, back, 1. That's it. Shift the weight. Punch comes from the front. It comes from the lead. I drop the weight. Again. That's it. Drop the weight. You want to think of swiveling to the opposite direction. Remember, there, back. Okay. Let's do that jab again. Number 1. Let's go. Drop the weight to the front. Again, that's it. Now, as you develop this technique, as I said, we can then add power. That speed will come naturally, right? So from there, drop, and again. That's it. Drop, that's it. Good. Now let's try the rear one. So if we punch in rear, we got to shift the weight to the rear first and then through. Again. Now let's shift the weight from a 1 to a 2. So forward, jab, weights on the back foot, 2. Okay. Immediately that should feel a little bit more natural to you. Let's go. Light on the feet, drop the weight, 1, 2. Again, that's it. Now you've got the technique down. Now we move a little bit quicker. So, that's it, good. A little bit more power. That's it, good. Here we go. A little bit more. That's it. Back, good. That's it. I'm getting too close to the camera. I'm gonna knock it out. Let's go. From there, shifting the weight, light on the feet. Think about where you want to shift that weight. So, good. That's it, to the opposite way. And the best technique you can use is actually just to drop your shoulder, right? Just to drop your shoulder. So, and whenever I get confused and I can't get power on the punch, all I'm thinking is, if I want the power to come from this punch, I just drop the opposite shoulder, swivel, and then again. Drop the opposite shoulder, swivel, and then again. And that's the way you're gonna generate power and technique. So we run through the 1, 2. Let's run through the 3, 4 now. So the hooks. So from there, drop, and then again, weights on my back foot. That's it. Where's it gonna go next? Again, 4. So swivel again, drop the shoulder, and then again, other side. That's it. Good. Let's go again. Drop the shoulder. That's it. Good. A little bit more for me now. So drop the shoulder, swivel. 3. Weights on the back foot. I've got power. Swivel to the opposite side. 4. Again. Nice. Let's try with the 5 and the 6. Let's go. So drop the front. Drop the opposite shoulder now, right? So I want to hit with this hand and I want to have power. Immediately what I'm thinking is I'm dropping this. And then from there, that's it. Then I'm just turning away. That's it. And I'm just driving that uppercut. Again, drop the shoulder. That's it. And again. That's it. Good. Give that a try. Now, let's shift to the opposite side. So, I'm going to drop the front shoulder because the weight has to shift to the back so I can hit with that back uppercut. Let's go. Drop the shoulder. That's it. Again. Drop the shoulder. Good. Now let's try the 5 and the 6 together. Drop the shoulder. That's it. That weight shifting now. It's there for me. The momentum's there. Drop the shoulder. That's it. And again. Awesome. Okay. Let's try that from the top. 1, 2s. So, light on the feet. Pendulum stance. Let's get ready. Think about where you want to shift that weight. Again. That's it. Now add some power. Shift the weight. Good, that's it. You can even just stand there and just shift your weight, get a feel for it, and when you're ready, then throw the punch. Bah, bah. That's it, good, with power. Good, let's get those hips moving. That's it, good. 3 and 4, 3 and 4, let's go. That's it, there we go. Yeah, it's exactly the same as the 1 and 2. Exactly the same as the 5 and 6. That's it, good again. Okay, 2 more, let's go, 5 and 6, that's it. 2 more, 5 and 6, that's it. Last one, and 3, 2, 1. Solid. Give yourself a big round of applause. My fellow boxer, thank you for joining me today. That was your 10 minutes of technique and power. And I really hope that added a lot of value to your technique and your boxing power. Reach out to me if it didn't. I'd love to send you another video to help you improve and to help you become a better athlete. Thank you so much. You keep it real. Peace, one love. Bye-bye.